The Ghana Police Service has petitioned the High Court seeking an injunction on the Dumsoma Stop demonstration scheduled for May 25, 2024. This after the police conveners, namely Yvonne Nelson, Salom Jamarado, and Henry Osei Akoto, failed to come to terms over the decision to picket in front of the Jubilee House after several meetings. Let's turn to the video wall for the details of what this injunction is about. So it says that police file injunction against Yvonne Nelson's Dumsoma Stop Vigil #. The demonstration is scheduled for Saturday, May 25, 2024. According to the actress, the intermittent power cut, locally known as Dumso, is affecting her business. Yvonne Nelson and her team met with the Ghana Police Service days ago to notify the Ghana Police Service of the intended protest as required by law. Continues to say, the police, after the meeting, opposed the route suggested by Yvonne Nelson's team, claiming that the proposed endpoint, Revolution Square, is close to the Jubilee House, which is a security zone. The police also raised concerns about the intent to end the protest at midnight. Organizers of the protest, however, disagreed, explaining that the end point was far from Jubilee House and there were no issues with the end time for the protest. So the police, in accordance with the dictates of the Public Order Act, have filed an instant application to halt the demonstration. The case has been scheduled for a hearing on May 24, 2025. That's just a day before the demonstration must take place. And that's exactly what we're expecting to happen. We'll be speaking, or we'll be following through to see what will happen in the court by this time. That is on the 24th of May 2024. So we're staying on this development. Because I have been joined in the studio by Salom Dramado, and he is one of the conveners for the Dumsoma Stop demonstration, which is expected to come off on Saturday, May 25, 2024. Salom, you're welcome. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, and thank you very much for the opportunity to be here to talk about the Dumsoma Stop and the matters arising.
Firstly, let me find out from you. I know I don't want to mention your organization. I know you also belong to another group.
That is Justice for Ghana.
That's Justice for Ghana.
Justice for Ghana and the Ghana Action Network.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, now that you mentioned, let me just go ahead. So Justice for Ghana has also been pulled into this demonstration?
Yes, this is just a coalition of citizens who think that the devastating effects of Dumso the government attention must be brought to that the Dumso is having a devastating effect on businesses, on households. As Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo in 2016 and 2020 promised us as one of his vision for this country, there will be an affordable, reliable electricity supply. That was what he promised us. So what is happening today sharply contradicts what he promised us. So it is incumbent on us, the citizens of this country, to bring his attention to the fact that he is reneging on keeping that promise. He's not making good his promise to give us a reliable, affordable electricity supply. Okay. What is happening now is an intermittent, erratic power supply, which is unacceptable.
Now, since you're one of the conveners, there's been a misinformation, miscommunication. We're not so clear on what your communication has been with the police. That's the Ghana Police Service so far. Okay. Where did it start from, and where are we now with the injunction that we're seeing from the Ghana Police Service?
Okay, so we backtrack a bit.
Let's backtrack a bit. Yes.
As citizens of this country, we work within the dictates of the law. So the Public Order Act, which regulates public events, says that if you want to organize a public event, you must first of all notify the police. So we notified the police through the IGP. The IGP in turn wrote to us that we should liaise with the Greater Accra Regional Police Commander. The Greater Accra Regional Police Commander, through one of his chief inspectors, called me that they wanted a meeting with us, and I asked him to put the invitation in writing. He actually did so. He obliged. He put the invitation in writing. So we honored the invitation on Wednesday, I think Wednesday last week. And the meeting was just to discuss the modalities for holding or keeping the vigil. So in the course of discussing the modalities, the issue of venue and the time came up as concerns expressed by the police. The police said that they had security concerns with the venue and the time we wanted to close the event. So we had to excuse ourselves, to have a meeting among ourselves to see which of their demands should we compromise on. Mm-hmm. So we realized that, okay.
And their demand were based on two pillars.
Exactly.
The end points and the time, end time.
The end time and the venue. The venue.
Right.
So we decided to revise the time. So the time initially was 8:30 a.m. Mm-hmm. to 12 midnight. Mm-hmm. So because they expressed 12 midnight. Mm-hmm. So because they expressed that interest, what we decided to do was to change the time now to 2 p.m.
Okay.
So from 2 p.m.
From 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
No, from 8:30 a.m. Mm-hmm. to midnight now has been changed to 2 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay.
You understand? A significant change.
Okay.
A significant revision of the time.
Right.
And so they said, okay, they were cool with that one. But the venue. Mm-hmm. So we still stuck to the distance. We stood our grounds that as for the venue, because we didn't choose the venue for any flimsy and frivolous reasons.
Right.
We chose the reason for cogent, solid, valid reasons. You understand? Mm-hmm. That because of the venue's proximity to the presidency, to the seat of government, and its historical significance. That is why we have settled on the Revolution Square as the venue to keep the vigil. Right. So if the police are asking us to relocate to Independence Square, then the police in fact are telling us that they do not understand the distinction between the historical difference between the Independence Square and the Revolution Square. They all have different historical antecedents.
I was when I was reading the Revolution Square.
Okay.
I was
Revolution Square. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because yes.
Yes. So the Revolution Square, it's that place that is directly opposite the presidency.
Yes. Where we normally light
the perpetual flame.
The perpetual flame.
Exactly. Exactly. So we chose that place for a reason. You understand? The proximity is that the proximity factor is just that the president of the republic is demonstrating or has been demonstrating some weaknesses. That is that maybe he's having some hearing impairment or something. That is why we've decided to go there. That maybe
to remind him that the flame is off, the perpetual flame or the supposed perpetual flame is off now.
It's off.
We want it out.
We want it out.
Or we want it lit.
Exactly. That is it. You see, so for the president to know that the citizens of this country that he had exhorted on the 7th of January 2017 that they should be citizens, not spectators. They are actually acting on his words. Right. That we are not we are not spectators. We are citizens holding duty bearers accountable. It is unacceptable that in 21st century we are talking about erratic power supply. You understand? When you say these people tell you that, oh, no, it is not as worse as it used to when Mahama was in power. That is a mediocre mindset. Yeah. It means that we are warmly embracing mediocrity. Mm-hmm. The light is supposed to be uninterrupted. That is electricity supply. It should be uninterrupted. So if electricity is interrupted for about 30 minutes, that is unacceptable. Yeah. Because, look at this. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, 2016. This is what he promised us. 3. Your cameraman can zoom it. He says that he will give us reliable, affordable electricity supply. That is not what we are experiencing today. So the police, you know, as for the police, they are so predictable. They are so predictable.
You predicted this?
Exactly. But we've been dealing with the police. So the police, you see, the police, they are arrogating to themselves a power that they don't have. You understand? And it's so nauseating, it's so repugnant in the face of our democratic tenets. That is for the police to change itself now into to be the strong arm of the government, to be stifling our right to exercise, our right to demonstrate.
Yeah, but they haven't changed the right to demonstrate.
They have. That is what they are doing in effect.
They're only making changes to what you defined the demonstration rules at the time.
The motivation for going to the court,
for the choices you made,
is just to stop this thing from happening. Because this will be an embarrassing situation for the government to handle. You understand?
Same you did in the previous government.
Same we did in the previous government. We all lamented the debilitating effect of Dumso. So when Dumso Must Stop Vigil was organized, we participated in that vigorously because that was right.
So let's get it straight. At what point did the police now decide to go to court to injunct? Because you have done this correspondence with them right from the beginning. Yeah. You had a meeting. You thought of even reviewing the time frame from 8 to 12 midnight to 2 to 10 p.m.
Exactly.
And the police agreed.
Yeah, they agreed.
They agreed
on
the time.
Yes.
This was in the meeting you had.
The meeting we had.
Now you also had to review the end points.
No, I mean the venue.
The venue, yes.
The bone of contention is the venue.
It's a perpetual flame venue.
Exactly. So
and they want you to end where now?
No, they relocated us to Independence Square. And we are telling the police that no, the Independence Square doesn't have the same historical significance as the Revolution Square.
And may not have the impact that you want.
Exactly, because we want the demonstration to be done within the president's earshot. You understand? Because when we speak, the president can hear us. Because you know the president. Okay, that would be another.
So you have said that the president is possibly having a hearing impairment.
Exactly.
So you want to come close to him.
Age is taking a toll on him. I'm serious about that. You see,
I'm also very serious.
I'm serious about this. Clearly age is taking a toll on the president.
So you want to come close to him.
That is why we must, even as citizens of this country, try to initiate some process to even check whether the president is still that sharp to continue to, lead this country to the end of his tenure.
What will you lose if you end up at the Independence Square?
We will lose that. We will lose much.
The impact of the demonstration?
It will vitiate the significance of the demonstration.
The government will not work on the power situation?
This is not a listening government. This is a government that unfortunately is being superintended by an autocratic individual, an intransigent individual, then who has appointed an arrogant minister. That is the Minister of Energy. As for him, is consistently showing undisguised scorn and disdain to the Ghanaian public, which is unacceptable.
Well, we'll end it here, but I won't go without your perpetual flame lantern. Yeah. I mean, it follows him everywhere he goes.
Exactly.
Thank you.
That's it. That's a symbol of selflessness, honesty, transparency. That's a public office. If you want to occupy that, you must be selfless. It's not a place to make money. If you are in there to make money, please, that is not your place. Get out. Thank you very much, Anna.
Those are the words of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
But it rings hollow.
Thank you.